Hey guys, Kins Restricted coming at you. I put in a video earlier today, and then I realized I didn't exactly talk about why I was back in the hospital. Um, so it is Saturday, August 17th. I came back into the hospital on Thursday because I was having a lot of issues. So I think my last video that I uploaded, it was talking about, like, what does your fullness feel like? And I was really doing better then. So this problems really started happening like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then got progressively worse on Thursday. So what I was experiencing was, um, you know, my food had kind of moved up a little bit, so I was able to do some, um, what do you call it? Like, I wasn't doing pudding, but um, applesauce, thinned out oatmeal, what is something else I had? Oh, cream of wheat. So those type of creamier foods. Um, but I had noticed that my portions were getting like way less. Like I was able to eat a tablespoon, and that was it. And then I couldn't drink water very well. I mean, I was having to barely sip, and then wait like 20 or 30 minutes, and it was really painful. And having a lot of burning, a lot of acid reflux issues. And every time I took a pill for my acid reflux, I would throw it up. And so it was just getting really, really dehydrated, basically. I mean, and all the symptoms that come with dehydration: dizziness, nausea, confusion, just a lot of things. So on Thursday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, I called my surgeon's office and I said, I think something is really wrong. This doesn't feel right. I can't eat. So they were obviously concerned, and they asked me to come be readmitted to the hospital so I could figure out what was going on. So coming to the hospital, and my mother came up here, and I mean, it would be crazy. I tried to eat maybe 5 ice chips. We're talking like the size of Sonic ice, and I threw up about 40 cc's. So I was basically throwing up my saliva as well. So it was collecting in my stomach, and then I was just vomiting that back up. So what they decided to do was I had a gastroenterologist do a scope. So they put me to sleep, and they went down my throat and saw that where my band used to be, my stomach had basically swollen shut. So nothing was passing, obviously. Um, And I'll tell you, the feeling that I was having was the same feeling you have when your lap band is too tight, and you can't keep anything down. But obviously, with the lap band, they would release the, you know, fluid from your lap band and stuff would go through. Well, since I don't have a lap band anymore, it was just swollen. In the photos that I have, you can see that my band, or that my stomach was super, super irritated and just raw, basically, because all the gastric juices were just kind of sitting in there. And I did not have an ulcer, though. That was one of the things I was a little bit worried about. No ulcer, but I am on, it's called Carefate. It's basically liquid chalk. So it's kind of like Maalox, that type of class of medications where it's coating my stomach and just letting the stomach heal. So I'm currently, so today's Saturday, so I've been here for 3 more days now. So I was in the hospital originally with my surgery for 4 days. Went home for 4 days, 4 days, and came back to the hospital for 3 more days. But now I'm doing I can't even tell you how many times better. I'm able to drink normally. I'm not having to sip, even though I do still, I've always kind of sipped because I had a lap band too, but that's just how I drink now. But far, far beyond what I was doing before. I've had 2 cups of beef broth today. It's roughly 12 o'clock. I was hungry. I've had 2 popsicles. I've had about 20 ounces of water. So I just feel generally a million times better. I still have this IV in because I haven't been, like, actually released from the hospital yet. But yeah, so, it's a little scary there for a minute. I don't have a leak. I don't have anything like that. But the dilation that they did, it was basically they went, they go in with a tube that's about the size of your finger. Not the size of your finger, but the diameter of your finger. It has a a light and a camera on the end of it. They went into my stomach and then put another tube in that blows up. Or I don't know if the tube, I don't know. I don't know if it's a separate tube or the same tube. Anyways, it blows up. So he dilated my pouch to 18 millimeters, which would be like the circumference of the thing was 18 millimeters. So a little bit bigger than my pouch was originally made. I have had blood work since then. I do not have a leak. I don't have any problems like that post-op. They said it is not common, but but still a routine procedure to be done post vertical sleeve. Or I think he said also people with bypass sometimes have to have that. So all in all, I'm good. I did have another great thing happen today, kind of TMI. I hadn't had a bowel movement in like 5 days, so finally went to the bathroom, which is amazing. Other than that, I'm just ready to go home now. I feel like I'm finally feeling the way I should feel this many days post-surgery, if that makes sense, because before I always felt like I was like backtracking. Instead of getting better, I was getting worse, because I was, but now I find like I'm like really stepping forward, which is an awesome feeling. And so what does this mean for me diet-wise? I'm not sure. I need to talk to my surgeon about when he comes in. You know, I have a lot of questions about how do I progress from here. I mean, I've been on liquids now, obviously, in the hospital. But how long am I going to be on liquids? And what type of liquids? Obviously, I know that I can probably do protein shakes now because I can drink cold again, when before I couldn't drink anything cold. I've been doing ice water totally fine. So, and then also, you know, getting my meds under control to help my stomach heal. So, I guess that's it. Thanks for everybody's well wishes. Like I said, a lot of people have asked me, you know, is this a normal thing that happens when you do revision surgery? No. Is it a complication of the surgery? Yes. So can it happen? Yes. Does it happen to everybody? No. I mean, my surgeon, I think he does, you know, up to 6 revisions a day. That's a lot of people revising from the lap band to VSG, and I'm like the only person who's ever had this happen to. You know, leave it to Mackenzie. So, yeah, but I feel happy and healthy today. I'm ready to go from the hospital. I have this awesome outfit still from when I was dying. I mean, when I came to the hospital, I literally drove myself and my child, which is, what the hell. I took Dottie to the babysitter, and I'll tell you what, dehydration does some crazy things to you. The hospital is, I think, 5 blocks from my babysitter's house, and I had to put the hospital into my GPS because I couldn't remember how to get here. And I was driving. My mother says yesterday she went down to get my phone charger for me, and she was like, "You weren't parked real straight." So, luckily I got here. That's very scary for me to think. I was driving. But I guess people drive in worse condition, I'm sure. Anyways, I think that's it. I'll keep you guys updated on how I go from here. The gastroenterologist did say that although, you know, this procedure is uncommon, the likelihood for success is 80 to 90%. So, to me, that's kind of low. So there is the possibility that in my future, this issue could happen again. Hopefully, like I said, having the right meds on board for the next so many months, up to a year post-op, that I won't experience this again. Obviously, everybody knows with the VSG, you know, you start with a very narrow sleeve, pouch, whatever, and over time it dilates itself. That's what, you know, a lot of people talk about, that first year honeymoon of really tight restriction, and then it, you know, kind of tapers off a little bit. And so I'm hoping it's my hope that my restriction will decrease over time the way that it should, rather than swelling up and swelling closed again, because that's not really fun, by the way. So anyways, I hope everybody has a good weekend. It's Saturday. I'm hoping to get out of here in the next couple of hours. Please, I want to go home. My hubby wants me to come home, I'm sure. I'm a baby. I want my baby. Anyways, so, still pumping here at the hospital, which is a bitch, by the way. I know some other people have asked me about, if I'm gonna quit nursing. I would, if my daughter would let me. Kind of at this point, I'm just tired. I don't want to stop the relationship, obviously, but I'm just really tired. So, and I know that nursing takes a lot of my nutrition away from me. And so for my own health, I have to, we're going to taper off a little bit. I do have a ton of milk. I mean, I probably have 1,500 ounces of milk saved in the freezer still from when I was still very healthy. So, supplementing my baby with my own milk, which is fine. But she's going to have to learn to cope a little bit without the chi-chi. So that's not fun. It's not fun. It's the cure-all, let me tell you that. So, but anyways, hopefully the next video you see of me, I'll be home with my baby, who I miss so bad. I try not to think about her when I'm in the hospital, honestly, because it makes my milk come in. And I don't want to pump because it's obnoxious. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I feel like it's going to be a long road to recovery, but definitely taking the first steps forward to feel great. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye.